what's up? This your boy Monty G from the Fan Mission Podcast. Please subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can get all access to motivated and inspiring videos on this Fan Mission Friday. Every Friday. Let's get to the podcast. Yo, what's up, everybody, man? It's your boy Monty G, man. Welcome to the Fan Mission Podcast, man. It's going down, and I got a super special guest. I'm talking about, I'm just gonna go ahead and bring him in, let him go ahead and introduce himself, but it's definitely a surprise for y'all. Woo! Mike, what's going on? Chef, what's going on?
Whoa! You ain't ready. They ain't even ready.
Yes, sir.
Oh.
Hey, man, go ahead and tell the people your name, where you from, and what you do.
You already know I'm from Allgill Gardens, Block 5.
Ooh.
In the dope. Cookie Factory, Block 5. Y'all ain't even ready. You ain't even ready.
Yeah,
we from the garden. We from alligator. You know why we alligator? Because we bite like, when we get you, it's over.
And we be snapping.
That's right, snapping turtle. So I'm Chef Michael, y'all. Dr. Chef Michael Earhart from Allgill Gardens, founder of Taste for the Homeless and All Kids Matter Foundation.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
yes,
man.
sir.
So before we get it started, man, I have to give you flowers, man, because you are well appreciated in the community, man. I love what you're doing, bro. I love what you're doing. I'm talking about, man, I wish I'm out here in Florida. I wish I was there. If I was there with you, I'd be doing free t-shirts, free haircuts. I'd be right there with you. I'd be right there with you. So I want to ask you this. Which one do you get a enjoyment out of, feeding the homeless or DJing for the kids?
Oh my God. Oh man, you didn't oh my God.
Man.
Why you oh my God. Oh man, oh my God. Out of all the interviews in the world, you had to do that, man. So I'm gonna say this much. I grew up with DJs like DJ Mooney, DJ Black Knight, Hot Rod and them, and it's been with me for years. It's not only for me. It's not only it's not a hobby to me. It's like how I feed the less fortunate, the homeless. It's like I get like, oh my goodness, man. I get, oh my goodness, man. I'm in a whole nother zone when I'm pumping up them kids. Like, even when I DJ for adults, like I take you to a whole nother level. But with my kids, it's like, it's uneven. I always tell people, I'm just not a DJ. I'm a performer. Like I perform when I DJ. If I can't make you move, then if I walk out that door feeling like I didn't do my job and I ain't make you move, I can't even sleep the rest of the night not knowing that I didn't make you move. But on the other hand, there's no one bigger than God. So it's no question in my mind that feeding the homeless is more powerful than me DJing, because I want the love of God, not the love of equipment. I want the love knowing that you chose me years ago to take care of your people. And when I accepted that, I left everything from, I wasn't in the gang. We don't even call it gang. It's not a gang. So I grew up with the Vice Lords. And I grew up with Terrell Bruce.
That's right.
We wasn't a gang. We was not a gang. We was a family. We was taught well. We became men early, and we handled our business. So I knew my purpose already. I already knew my purpose. I just kept running from it. But all while I was doing my purpose, I knew that God had to be attached to this. And God had to continue, because I dropped everything. I left everything behind and went full force for God.
Mm.
So when it comes to me choosing DJ or feeding God's people, I have to go with God all day. I had to
Man,
go with God all day, man. And then after that, I done did God's work, right? So then now I got the time to go take care of his kids.
that's right.
I'm not dumb. Trust me, I ain't never finna pick no equipment over God.
Mm.
I'm not
Hey,
never. I can't do it. I ain't never finna. I'm not finna sit on here and say, man, I'm going to no sir. I'm going to feed God's people, and I'm going to feed thousands of them.
that's right.
That equipment will be there. That equipment will be there.
Hey, but you know what? When I see you helping the community, giving out clothes, food, man, everything, you just help, bro. You was well needed, bro. We appreciate you. I gotta say, I can't thank you enough, man. I can't thank you enough. But when I seen you with them kids and they was doing, I say, what in
Hey
the
man,
world?
a lot
Man,
of
if
people
if if you can put them two worlds together,
already on top of it, because God said, not only I need you to get them to dance, I need you to feed them too at the same time. So by me having Taste for the Homeless, I also have the All Kids Matter Foundation. To
mm,
incorporate both together is where you gonna party with me, and afterward I'm gonna feed you till you pass out.
man,
So
that
that's how it works together. Oh man, I'm telling you, you gotta see me DJ with these kids. Not all the way up to 8th grade to high school, locked down. Locked down. I would take them somewhere they would never want another DJ again.
man, I know, man. Look, I
I
want need you
mean,
to
hey,
DJ for me, man. You know what I'm
talent
saying?
talent is, hey man, I'm still scratching like I was back in the hip hop days. I never lost nothing. I never lost. It's just like I was reborn.
Man.
Come on, man. Like today, I was over in Riverdale doing Washington Middle School. We brought D-Lo out on a mental health tour. Them kids went bananas when I brought them in.
Mm,
And then we hit them songs, and man, I'm just flipping them on them. Man, them kids went crazy. That's how it need to be.
man.
Now
Hey,
I could have gave them a big old burger afterward, the big Mikey beef burger. Man, they after that they'd have been at home passed out.
definitely. Feet hurting and everything.
Yes, sir.
So, man, so for the listeners and for the watchers out there, um, tell them where they can find your website or tell them where they can find your videos and what you do for the community.
So I'm gonna tell you how I always send people, because you can go to the website, you can go to YouTube, but also you can just type in Google Michael Earhart or Taste for the Homeless. Everything that I ever did, as far as the All Kids Matter concerts and the big giveaways, and because we do Summerfest and Winterfest every year, and we going on
Mm-hmm.
our 5th year. And so our next Summerfest is next month on the 25th in Dalton Park.
Okay.
Um, and we bust with the help of Chance the Rapper. We bust in all the shelters from the whole city of Chicago to the suburbs. We bust them into that one big gigantic park, 725 Ingle Street, which is in Dalton. And when you walk there, it looks just like Taste of Chicago.
Mm,
It's called Taste for the Homeless 3.0. It looks
mm,
10 times better than what Taste of Chicago looked like.
mm.
But it's all free.
I
We got
know.
an outdoor shopping center. We got Nikes, Jordans, everything, haircuts, back massages, toes getting cut. Everything you name on this planet, We have it there, and it's 100% free. You don't even got to be homeless. We can pull up on me.
Pull up on me.
On me.
Hey, and I got to say, bro, I've been following you for a long time, right? You and your wife. I'm gonna ask you about her.
Are
She's a
we both from
special.
the garden? She's
Oh
from the
yeah.
garden too.
Hey
She,
man.
she's from
And
block one.
and I remember y'all prepping, and then you had got the truck, right?
Yes, sir.
And I remember when you got this.
Oh, look at that, man.
Yeah, I remember when you got the truck, right? Go ahead, tell me about that.
You should have had the other one when now what it looked like today. Cause man, look, that story will blow your man away. I get a call right just from a stranger. This man said, I love what you do. Can you come to my house? I'm gonna come to, man, whoa, come to your house. He said, look, I seen what you've been posting. You've been putting out there. My favorite thing is this. The Lord said, ask and you shall receive.
Yes.
And I asked for a truck.
And I remember.
And I post every day.
Yeah.
Every day. I said, Lord said, ask and you shall receive. Every day, man. I turned around, the man called me and said, I need you to come to my house and see something. So I'm already skeptical. Oh, whoa, who is this man? Man, you ain't finna kill me or rape me, bro. We don't even get that. Hey, you don't even want none of this. And so, man, I get to this man's house. He introduced himself. He said he'd been watching me for years. He said, yeah, people feed the less fortunate. They do this, that. But what you do, we feel it from the heart. We know it's real. You ain't asking for nothing. We know it. He said, I said, so I'm hearing names like, first I thought, he wanted me to come in his house. No, whoa, I ain't coming in the house. He said, can you follow me in my truck? I thought about it first, so I went live and I said, look, y'all need to follow me, follow him. Because if something happened to me, you know exactly what he looked like. You know where I'm going. Mm-hmm. I followed this man to a little tire shop right off the expressway. And in back of the tire shop was all woods. He said, hey, man, come on back there with me. I said, man, I ain't never finna let you cut me up, bro. Hey, man, if I let you cut me up, man, I'm crazy. He started laughing. He said, no, trust me. So I started walking. Now it started raining, right? I goes and see that truck. He said, how does it look? I said, oh, man, that look nice. Oh, my God, I like that. Man, he said, go in the inside. I said, I ain't going up in there. So I go in, right? You could tell the raccoons and made family and then everything, man, because they ran out when I got in there.
Right.
I looked at it. He said, what could you do with this? I said, what can I do with it? I said, man, give it to me and see. He said, that's why I brought you here. If you can get it out of here, you can have it. Oh, man, I'll never forget it. Started pouring down. I'm in the rain. I'm on live, bragging, crying, everything. Man, it took me $375 to drag that boy up out of there. Took it to the house. I said, y'all see what I got here, right? I'm going to put my all into this.
That's right.
Man, gutted that boy out. Had the neighborhood guys come and scrub it. Man, all of a sudden, I get calls talking about, hey, we want to sponsor this, sponsor that, we want a truck, we want to do this. And I got it wrapped. I got the side, inside done over. It's got everything everything is in there, even a barber chair.
Hey, I remember when you first started it.
Come on, man. Oh, man. We couldn't get it started at first, right? Hey, man.
Boy.
When that thing started,
you was pumping it, trying to get it started. Oh, man.
It wouldn't start for nothing, man. And then when we got it started for a little bit, it ain't ran in 8 years, so this black smoke came out like a house was on fire.
Man,
so
I remember.
We took that right there, man, and I said, Lord, please this is of you. Make this thing start. Boy, when it started, we jumped up and started screaming because nobody could seem to get it started. I had other mechanics come over, they couldn't do it. This one mechanic, man, God rest his soul, because this man had cancer, and I didn't know he had cancer. He was fixing on that truck every night. He said, there's nothing on this earth I can't fix. He said, I'll get it started. And he got it started. Then he disappeared. Then he called me and said he fighting cancer. He didn't want to tell me, but he wanted to see the finishing work before he passed away. He ended up passing when I just got it done.
And this is a truck. This is a truck we talking about, y'all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, they got the seat.
This how it look.
There you go, right there, baby. Come on, man.
Hey, man, you got that joint right. Hey, man.
I see you did. You did your homework.
Oh, man, man, I follow you, man, and I'm trying to tell you, you is a blessing. So this what I wanted to ask you. When you do your thing, do you be located in the same spot every time, or you just be moving around?
No, the only time I will be located in one spot for a long time is because, and I want you to remember this, the only time I will ever stay in a spot and you'll always see me there is because God told me to stay there for a while to build the community. That's why I was on 63rd a lot, because they closed the grocery stores. And the Lord said, you need to go over there and stay there until I tell you to leave.
That's right.
And now, man, I'm T-bones, everything you name, grocery trucks, everything you name, I was putting out there.
Man, and I was just going to say that for the watchers, I know y'all out there listening in the world, but when we talking about he helping people with the food, this ain't no regular food, man. I'm talking about he look at my man.
Look at him, man.
Man.
Come on, man. That T-bone's bigger than your face.
Man, look at that, man. That's crazy. Man. But then look. Man, he come with, man.
Hey, man, look at you. You really got it together. You got it together.
Hey, I'm talking about you really do help the community.
Yes, sir.
Man, and I can't say it enough, man. We appreciate you, man. You know what I'm saying? Man, did you go out of town one time?
Yes, sir. As a matter of fact, more than one time. We've been at Skid Row in LA. We've been to Detroit. We've been to Springfield. We've been to what was that? Flint, Michigan. We've been to St. Louis. Everywhere I go, wherever I go, I'm gonna tell you what's so crazy about it. Like, people say I'm like a rapper. They say, like, you're a rapper on tour. And what they meant by that was, I don't even go. The Lord got these people reaching out to me, these mayors from the cities. They asked me to come down there and feed their people. So they pay, they'll donate to Taste for the Homeless, and they put me and my staff, my volunteers, in a hotel for a couple of days, and we'll stay down there sun up to sundown, and then go and visit the town and do our thing.
So, man, how long you been doing what you've been doing?
Oh, man, I've been doing this since I was 8 years old, coming out of Allgill Gardens. It came out of my mom's back door in Block 5. I used to create meals at 8 years old from that government cheese, that powder milk, that butter, that government butter.
From the Catholic.
Come on, man. Hey, man. Come on, man. So
excuse me.
So this ain't just new to me. I ain't just start this. This was years and years in the making. Even when, and maybe you don't know, and you probably do, even when I was selling drugs in the gardens, you can ask anybody out there what I did with the money. I had lots of it. Lots. I sold plenty of drugs, but I only did it to make the gardens get better with feeding the people who moms was going out getting drugs with the food stamps and the different things like that. So what I did was I thought I was doing it right. And the Lord, honestly thought, and I tell this story, I thought the Lord told me to go and get the stuff, and so I can get all the stamps and stuff back to give to the families to make sure they can eat. So I was putting people on, here, man, take this 8-ball, take this ounce. I don't want nothing back. Just take this and get on your feet and feed everybody. Everybody that know me will tell you, Mike always been this way. I remember when Harold Chicken came out. I remember when each block 1, block 3, I put in one of the houses, I made it a chicken shack. And I started selling chicken out of each house, but no one could afford to pay for the chicken. I had the Harold's mouth sauce, I had everything. But back then I called it Leros, because you ain't trying to I called it Leros, not Harold's. And
Leros?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And
I think I remember that, man.
I'm trying to tell you.
I thought dude's name was Mike Dollar.
That was me.
Oh, snap! Come on, man.
Still got the tattoo on my arm right now.
Man, bro. Dang, you look different, man.
Hey, it's a new me. It's a new me.
Hey, I feel you. I understand. I
was that way all the way back in the days. I ain't never go buy fancy cars or nothing. I always took care of everybody, even when I was with the Vice Lords. I made sure everybody was taken care of. Anyone, they'll tell you. I always made sure everybody was getting taken care of, because that's what Terrell fell in love with about me. But I was always running around. I wasn't plugged. So what had happened was, my brother, rest in peace, he was a Stone. I was a Vice Lord, but I was never plugged in. I used to just like, if I'm gonna be in any organization, I'm gonna be a Vice Lord. So the word got out, this man is doing this and that, but he's not plugged. I remember the day Terrell came up to me. He said, man, you doing wonderful things, but you know people gonna try to come at you. You need to come plug in. And that's when I plugged in.
Man, that's what's up. And man, Terrell Bruce, man, I was gonna ask you, what is something that you remember about him? Because we had a lot of legends in the hood. But man, I heard if you die, you gonna come back to GD. Go ahead and tell me about Terrell Bruce, man. Let's go. Yeah, this is gonna be epic, man.
I already know where that came from.
Let's go. Oh, you good?
Wow. Hey, man. Hey, no comment on that day. And I know where it came from. But it's all good, man. Hey, I'm gonna tell you this about Terrell. For me, like I said, we wasn't a game. It was an organization that was trying to make right in the neighborhood and do what we needed to do to survive. And I was with Terrell when he got killed. Yeah, I was there. And I never forget. Like I'll never forget. But he always took care of us. He always took care of us. When I say there's no one could speak ill will because of the heart he had, and because what he wanted to do to keep our organization in order, he was the best. I take I take death real different, and even now I feel some kind of way, and it's been years since he been gone. Um, I'm mourn different, and it's crazy because I don't know about nobody else, but I literally go and visit Terrell daily.
Mm.
And let me tell you what's even crazier. So when Terrell died, so this is what's crazy. I had a baby that was born by one of my son's mom now, Michael. Um, he passed away. So we got to hold him at least for about a week in the hospital. He passed away. He's literally in the same cemetery Terrell is at.
Mm.
And I told Terrell, while you here, you take care of my son.
Mm.
I never forget it. I will never forget it. And I just know he was loved. Like he was loved. And I remember the times when he had his Corvette, man. And I never knew what a Corvette was feeling like until he let me. I switched the little car I had with him, and he let me keep the Corvette for about a week. And I'm riding around the gardens, riding all around my old house because we moved from the gardens and we moved to 90th and Aberdeen. So now it is, I done graduated up now, and I'm riding in the neighborhood with a Corvette. At that time, that was big. And he kind of showed us the finer things,
Mm.
and it's just crazy that it went down the way it did, and God know what he's doing.
Yeah.
You know,
All the time.
God knows what he's doing, and I just I can't never forget him because, like I
Mm.
say, I have my way of mourning a little different, and I'm not the one to be on Facebook slamming people. You'll never see me a evil soul. I don't fear no one. One thing real taught us: we fear no one,
Mm-hmm.
but Allah.
That's right.
And I would never. He taught me that, like, you can hit us in the face or whatever, we'll take that, but we don't fear. We fear no man, and that's what he taught us. Like, we fear no one
That's
but
right.
Allah. And so I learned. I learned, and it made me who the man I am today because I value what he taught me in that time. I don't regret being a drug dealer or being in a gang, or I don't regret none of that.
Yeah.
I don't regret nothing that I went through.
That's right.
It made me a better man. It made me a loving man. It made me accept Christ in my heart years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it's in me. And I know he proud of me because even when he passed away, he told me to stay the same and be the same person. And this is why when I was talking to him before he passed away, and he told me to stay. He just told me to make sure I'm good. Make sure you
Mm.
continue to take care of people. And that I knew my purpose years ago.
Mm.
I knew my purpose. A lot of people don't understand. It's people that don't know their purpose right now. That's why they're
Yes.
lost.
Yes. Yes.
But if
That's
you get
what's
to
up.
know, if you find out your purpose, trust and believe, you're gonna know exactly what you need to do to keep it moving, to understand what's in your life.
That's
You
right.
know, and so with that being said, man, I'm humble enough to say that I know if I was called home today, right now, I know where I'm going.
Mm.
I know I'm doing the right thing. And I know that I have served thousands and thousands of people with within the years I've been on this earth. So I
Yeah.
know I'm doing the right thing. You know,
That's what's up.
I I just enjoy DJing, and I enjoy feeding everybody, clothing everybody, helping them the best way I can.
Man,
And
you. That's
yeah,
right.
and I'm just saying, I'm I'm not gonna never question God. At first, I did because I had different things I wanted to do in life, but God told me you ain't gonna never be happy until you do what I told you to do.
Woo!
And
That
when he told
is.
when he told me that, I took that in, and I've been doing it since.
Hey
I mean,
man.
I thought you was gonna show me because I did the before and after on the shower bus I got, and we built that shower bus right directly in front of my door.
Which one? What did it look like?
Yeah, it's a school bus, and and we gutted it out, and literally it's up there with the pictures, and it's the Taste for the Homeless shower bus and the warming bus that goes
Mm.
around Chicago and let people warm up and take showers.
Okay. Dig
And
that.
that's what we
Dig
do.
that.
And
Hey.
I just received another blessing, a 65 passenger school bus, about 60,000 miles on it. We gutting it out now. We building it's a motel on wheels.
Mm.
It's called the Mother Pearl. And the Mother Pearl is named after my grandmother. And we literally took that bus and it's being gutted right now. It'll have 30 beds in it, like the hotel. A complimentary area where they can get breakfast. I have 2 showers in it. Also, we have a barber chair in it. We have a little area where they can go on the internet and make calls or do different things. Each bed comes with a little small TV where you can get in there. And when you go in your little bunk bed type
Mm-hmm.
thing, you just close your curtain, man.
Yeah.
You, hey man, you can pass gas, whatever you want to do in your little quarters. But once you come on there, it's just like you booking a room. You'll come up to it and say, Mike, man, I ain't got nowhere to go. I might not be on the shift that night. Somebody else may be, because volunteers gonna run it.
Man,
You come
that's
on
what's
there,
up.
we're gonna give you a complimentary stay. If you need 2-3 days, we're gonna get you right. When you leave that bus, we're gonna have you in fresh, brand new clothes, haircut, a backpack for survival, and we're gonna send you on your way.
Man, that's what's up. That's what's up. Hey, earlier I want to ask you a question, man, but I ain't want to jump ahead of myself. I let you do your thing, let you get the stage. But I seen you prepping before you had the grill. I seen you prepping, and I seen you doing your thing. And I want to ask you, how did you meet your wife, and how important she is to the Taste of the Homeless?
So look, this is crazy. So the crazy part is my wife came out of Golden Gates.
Mm,
She got like 6 sisters, 7 sisters. Um, we used to, if you grew up in Argyle Gardens, you knew we didn't like the Gates because we thought they was rich.
yep,
We,
yep,
we
yep,
thought they was
yep,
bougie. We thought they was bougie, right?
yep.
But they was poor than us.
They just had a basement.
That's it, man. That's it. So they moved from Golden Gates to the Gardens. I used to see my wife, man. I used to see her all the time. She'd tell me to stay out of trouble, man, give me hugs and all type of stuff. I was melting like butter, man. And when in the gardens, she don't have a name like women that slept around the gardens and because she never hung around in the gardens.
Right.
Um, we ended up going to high school. So, I knew something already at the young age that I might end up marrying her one day. I
Mm,
knew it. Her mama used to tell us, don't tell her not to hang around me because I'm hanging with the bad boys. I'm with Fluky and Marlon, little Fluke.
yeah.
Fluky is actually my wife's brother. They had the same father. We didn't even know it. Didn't even know it.
Wow.
Yes, they got the same father. So that kind of, you know, wow. Little Fluky, man. Hey, man, we look, Nino Brown
Yeah.
gave us a better life, man. He gave
Man.
everybody what?
Man, I remember he had the Benz with the "You can't touch this" on the side.
What? Yeah,
Man,
all the limousines riding around, man, with the crew in it.
I ain't want. I'm gonna throw it off, but have you ever watched that show, BMF?
Yes,
When I see that, that's what I think of.
that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. And so the way I end up catching back up with the wife is now a lot of people know I'm so cold now. I became DJ Wiz on the radios back in the days. Now I'm killing it. I'm getting a little piece of WKKC, B96, a little bit of GCI. I'm DJ Wiz, a young killer on. I'm just doing my thing on the radio. So the alumni reached out to me, and now here it is. I'm in Homewood now. I ran into one of the alumni, and he freaked out when he seen me. He said, "Man, Mike, you still DJ?" I said, "Do I still DJ?" He said, "Well, do you remember Pam?" I said, "Do I remember Pam?" I said, "The only Pam I remember was that fine chocolate one." I said, he said, "Well, that's her." He said, "She run the alumni, and we looking for a DJ." I said, "Man, I do it." I said, "I do it for free. I'm not charging alumni nothing. I'm gonna come blow that boy out the box." He said, "Well, I'm gonna call her, ask if it's okay, and give your number to her, and go from there." Man, she called me like, "Oh my God, hey Mike!" I instantly knew right then and there, instantly, that was my wife.
That's
So I
what's
didn't
up.
say nothing right away, right? She asked me, "Can I DJ?" When she gave me the date, I said, "Dang, I can't do it because I have a contract already for an event where I have to set up from the radio station live. I have to broadcast live." And she was like, "Oh man, oh, that's okay. We got more things coming up, but can I keep your number?" I said, "Oh yeah." So she started sending me the encouraging word through my phone. So I responded back. Then a week later passed, and I asked her was she involved with anybody. She said, "Well, when I went to the alumni, I did see one of the old fellows, and I did go out on a date with him. I just want to kind of see where it go." And I said, "Okay." I said, "It ain't gonna go nowhere." She said, "Why?" She said, "Why?" I said, "Well, I'll tell you." And she called me back a week later, right? She said, "How did you know it wasn't gonna work out?" I said, "Because it's the God I serve. I said, I gotta tell you something." And I said, "No, not yet." So she she asked me, I asked her, we went, I was going to a carnival with my son. I invited her out and I asked her to would she want to come. When she came to my door, I almost fainted. I Oh my God. I said, "Oh my God. Oh my God."
Go
So I
ahead.
looked,
What she was doing? What she was doing?
oh my God. She, oh, like a model. Oh, it was snug tug. Had that grip looking good. Had long, my wife had official hair. My wife don't have weave. Her hair is real long.
Right.
Turn me on, man. Turn me on. So
That's what's up.
we ended up going out. But the thing was, she thought I had grew. I wasn't. She don't like dating short people. So when she seen me, I could tell something in her eyes kind of changed. Like, so she literally played me, man. After that, yeah, she wouldn't. She no call, no answer, and later on down the road, she called me back. She apologized and told me why she wouldn't respond. It's because I was short, and I kind of but then she said the Lord spanked her for that because here it is. You got a good man that's trying to do right, and you turned them down, and you went chasing somebody that you thought he's tall, he got this, it didn't work out.
Mm.
So she apologized, and she literally came over. It's a whole bunch to the story, but I'm trying to like cut. And so she said, "Can I come see you?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Man, she came to the house, ooh, ooh, and she's like, "If I give you my heart, please don't hurt it." And
Mm.
I said, "You ain't got nothing to worry about that."
Mm.
Now it's 13 years later.
Mm.
13 years of good marriage.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man.
I
Now,
mean, she has my back. I told her the vision about Taste for the Homeless because I was married before, and I was never in any relationship I was with. It seemed like I always got the bad part because I was a good person, but the other person wanted to step outside, and I got cheated on, and I never to this day never disrespect or never down my ex-wife, never, because of
mm,
my son, and
mm,
I still to this day won't. No one knows why, because I never, ever, ever brought it up. And I won't
that's right.
disrespect it because that's my son mom, and my son mom needs, I give her respect.
That's
And
right.
so
That's right.
I walk, I marriage over. I end up moving on and praying, and that's long story short, I end up marrying my wife now. We've been happily married. I told her about the vision of Taste for the Homeless, and how from the gardens that I had end up we had just got through serving, made all this money in the gardens. We wanted to go. I told everybody, let's go to the Taste for the Homeless. I mean, Taste for Chicago, right? And we go to Taste Chicago late at night. It's about to close. I wanted to get the pizza and the drumstick, and a homeless guy got over the gate, and the homeless guy seen the man throwing all the pizza in the garbage. Muslim guy. And he crying. He said, "Sir, I ain't ate in 3 days. I don't want nothing, no money. Can I have that pizza?" The man told him, "Get the F away. This is a Muslim guy." And I said,
Wow.
and so I had tickets, and I told the man, "I'll pay for it." The man told me, "If I pay for it, I'm going to jail. I'll call the police on both of y'all to get away from my tent." Never mind you, at that time, Lord was speaking to me. I'm looking this man in the eye, and I told him, I said, "Lord just gave me something so big. It's so real." Let me tell you what I told the guy. I said, "Look me in the eye. You may not see me again, but you'll hear about this one day." I said, "The Lord just gave me the vision of Taste for the Homeless,
Mm,
and you see what you're looking at right now. All these vendors and these carnival rides and the entertainment. I'm gonna do the same thing, but 10 times better,
mm,
and I'll do it for free."
mm,
That means you could taste every kind of food there is in Chicago.
mm,
Drumsticks, ribs, everything. But you could walk up to each tent and taste and eat much as you want.
mm,
And he looked and he said, "God bless you, but I'm still hungry." I said, "Look, all I can do is give you the money." And he didn't want the money. He crying. I said, "Look," grabbed his hand, we prayed. He finally took the money. I said, "Look, I don't know if somebody in here give you something, or just go right down that way and order you some food." And we said, "God bless you," and that's why we got Taste behind me. That's what Taste for that fork in the city. We eating the city up. It's
that's
all
right.
free. It's
That's right.
all free. That's what
Hey,
that fork is.
when I first seen the symbol, I thought it was a pile of spaghetti. I say, but that don't look. That look like the town behind it. I say, oh, okay. I like what you got going on.
Chicago.
So, hey, so look, man. I know you work with Chance the Rapper.
Yes, sir.
I seen Big Nasty out there.
Yes, sir.
But my question is, how can you get other rappers, even local rappers, to involve what you doing?
So I'm the type that don't go searching for nobody. Um, I like God to send them to me,
Mm,
because if God send people to me, then it's gonna be real.
that's right.
I don't want people to come just because they looking at, "Oh my God, this man blowing up. He doing this. He doing none of that." If
Right.
God touch your heart And he have already touched plenty of hearts. That's how he got a chance.
Mm-hmm.
He touching hearts. He telling you, you need to connect with that man. You see his work. You see what he's trying to do. You can probably help him in many ways. And that's what we do. I get help from in many ways. Just like Jennifer Hudson. I didn't go look for Jennifer Hudson. I got an email. Long story short, I'm on 14th and Canal Street. I call that the mother hole right there. That's where I built everything. I'm out there day and night, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Thousands of homeless go there and sleep all outside, and when they full, they can't take nobody who gonna take care of them outside. That's where I come into play. You know, I wrap you up in a blanket or put you in a tent. I make sure you get a nice breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people ain't gonna come to our neighborhoods and take care of our people.
That's right.
So I got to be the one that God chose to do the work. So I know what it feel like to be on that corner all day, every day. And so with that being said, I would take, and it's just so crazy how things work out, how things are being done, because that corner did it. You know, that corner opened up many, many doors, many doors. And I remember a lot of times people would be out there and it's 0 below weather. Even when COVID first came, I stayed outside doing COVID, feeding them.
I remember
Every day. And people thought I was crazy. I didn't know what kind of disease I'm putting myself into.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm feeding them every day.
That's why I say, man, when you well appreciated. Hey, man, I got a question for you, right? Because we talk about God, and I always ask this question. Well, before I ask this question, I'm gonna ask the first one. If you could talk to your 16-year-old self at the age you're at right now, what would you tell him?
If I could talk to myself,
Yeah, your 16-year-old self at the age you're at right now, what would you tell him?
follow your dreams.
Okay.
I heard a voice. And I finally realized what that voice was when I was around that age. That was God telling me, my son, I need you to serve me for the rest of your life.
Mm.
Everybody has a purpose. We start off young. We don't know what we want to do. My 16-year-old self paid attention, but I still wanted to be 16. I still wanted to do things like everybody else. But I also kept God with me in the process of doing the wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I always prayed and asked God to forgive me for my sins when I was doing wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Because He's a forgiving God.
That's right.
And things that I did, He forgave me for.
That's right.
And He put me back on His payroll.
Mm. Hey, so I got another question then. Well, excuse me. If you had a 30-minute interview and the interview was with God and you had one question to ask, what would you ask him?
Lord God, are you pleased with me?
Okay, okay.
Are you
So,
pleased with me?
okay. So with that same question, I mean that same time, 30 minutes, you have to respond to God question. And his question is, how did you like it on heaven?
How do I like it? Going to heaven?
No. Listen. He said, how did you like it in heaven? This is God, heaven. Heaven is on earth.
Love it.
Love it.
Love
Okay.
it.
Okay. That's what I'm talking about.
Love it.
Yeah.
Yes,
So,
sir.
man, Let me see. I got another question for you.
You can't
Hey,
prepare. You
yeah, I
can't
can't
prepare.
prepare. I can't prepare. Hey, so you keep the people running back, running back, running back. You know what I'm saying? Coming to get your food. What's your favorite seasoning?
See, that's the thing. Cause I got something that it's. I got look. I meet seasoned men all around the world. They send me their seasons, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let me show you something right quick, cause I keep it with me on
Oh,
deck.
let's on deck.
On deck. I'm gonna
Seasoning
show you
on
something.
deck.
I'm gonna show you something that when you see it and you go purchase it, tell them Chef Michael sent you. I ain't getting paid.
That's right.
I've been using this seasoning, right? Hold up.
All
Hold up.
right. All right.
Hold up. You hold up now.
Yeah. Shout
Hold
out
up.
to my boy Domingo, man. He got seasoning on deck. You hear me?
On deck.
On deck.
On deck. Hold up.
Bam. Bam. What'd that say?
Can you see it?
No, I can't see it.
So it's an original meat seasoning. It's called BBS Pure Heaven Seasoning.
And how can I get that?
You can go to the site BBS Pure Heaven Season All. Type up BBS. You gonna thank me later? It's
Yeah.
gluten free. You ain't got
Okay.
you ain't got no pig carcass in here or nothing.
That's right. That's right.
This seasoning right here. Why you think my line 10 blocks long every day?
I kept saying that. I kept saying that. I said, man, I'm like, man, what is he doing? That everybody, every day. So, what is one of the craziest stories you heard since you've been out in the crazy streets of Chicago? What is the craziest stories you heard? I know you had to hear something.
Well, I get a lot of crazy stuff. I mean, I get a lot of crazy stuff. Are you talking about from the less fortunate? Or
Yeah, like something. Well, when I say crazy, not like crazy, crazy. Like you know, what I'm talking about. But like, damn, man, that's crazy, bro. That the same thing that melts your heart to make you want to help people.
man, I mean, I remember this one lady who came from Texas. I was on 14th Canal. It was cold, it was snowing, and this is her first time to Chicago because she said she wanted a better life, and she had to move from the bad environment where she was. I gave her first T-bone steak.
Mm.
She told me the look she gave me and what she told me was, "You got to be from heaven." Hey man, it still gets my eyes watering right now. She said, "You are from heaven."
Mm.
She said, "Everywhere I went to ask for something to eat, they told me to get away." Not only I walk up out of nowhere with no place to go, you tell me to come up to the line first, because ladies first.
Mm.
And you gave me a menu. Yeah, ma'am. She said, "What is this?" I said, "Look at all the good food on it. You see lobster tails, crab legs, everything." She said, "You got a T-bone?" I said, "Do I got a T-bone?" She said, she looked at me funny. I said, I still got the video up. I slapped the biggest T-bone on that grill. Bam! She crying, all wise cooking. I said, "You want some grilled onions on that thing?" I, look, everything that I do is of God. Everything that I cook is of God. Every location I go to is of God. Every donation I get is of God. One thing you have to know is, Mike, how do you live? How do you live? Because I work for God full time. He writes my check, and I got full health benefits. That's what comes with working with God. I don't have to worry about no check balancing. I don't have to worry about a person getting in my face, talking behind my back, or treating me wrong. When he write a check, it don't bounce.
Woo! You hear me?
When he write a check, it don't bounce.
Hey, man, you do what you do with a smile on your face, man.
Come on, man. Look at it, man.
Man, look at that, man. Come on, man. You do what you do with a smile on your face. You hear me?
Man.
You hear me?
When the migrants came to Chicago, the first set of migrants came. Guess who was out there all day for a month straight? I'm in Elk Grove Village feeding 1,000 migrants every day. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Ain't nobody paying me. I got a 501c3. It's because companies won't donate no food or nothing unless I had it. But I don't do grants because I'm not going to let nobody on the earth tell me how to feed God's people. I don't need your picture. I don't need your signature. I just need you to get in line. I'm going to feed you till you pass out. Ooh. That's how I work.
Man.
That's how I work.
Man, and again, I appreciate you. I love what you're doing, man. Is there anybody you want to send a shout out to?
It's so many. It's so many. Chance to rap. You know, God first. It's no question. There's nobody on this earth bigger than God. I don't care who you are. I don't care what rapper you came from. There's no one bigger than God. It's God first. Then it's my beautiful wife. Then it's my kids. Then everybody else. I'm going to send a shout out to everybody that cares and love what I do. Because loving me means you love God. That's all I can say. Loving me means you love God because it's God all in me.
That's right.
I don't hate nobody. I'm not going to talk about you. You could go bash me. I don't care. I don't care. You can say anything wrong about me. I don't care. I'm still going to serve God. I'm still going to get up and feed his people. God makes a way out of no way.
That's right.
You know how I don't tell people to donate. What I tell them is, if God see you watching me on my live and he tell you and he touch your heart to donate, you blocking your blessings when you don't. Because that money that you got is not going to stay. It's not yours. As fast as he gave it, he can take it.
That's right.
And I tell people to stay humble and remember who you serve. Now, I don't know your faith. And whoever's watching, I don't know your faith. But you need to get right. That's one person that will not starve, kill, or destroy you. And I tell everybody, when times get hard, the Lord said, ask and you shall receive. You go get them knees and you cry and you ask God, why am I going through this?
That's right.
And you pray and you keep praying until he make it happen. And he's going to make it happen. It may not come when you want it, but it's coming.
It's coming.
And when
he also said, you have not because you ask not.
Come on. I ask all the time because I'm greedy.
That's right.
I want it all. And if you don't want yours, you can't pass it to me. I'm just going to ask Lord, he don't want his. Can you bless me with it? Can you bless me with it? Because I'll take it.
Man.
God took us from all guilt gardens to a better life.
Man.
You know why? Because you looking at me and I'm looking at you. We could have been gone.
Man, we could have been. That's another question, man. Because we from the hood.
Yes, sir.
Have you ever walked up top and seen the names on the wall and you thought,
spooked me to death to this day. We was kids, didn't want to go on that wall. Man, when we see a name on there that we knew, it spooked us, man. You know, when you go on that wall, That wall, man, it was even creepy going through the tunnel looking at the wall.
Man, man,
That
you are.
wall, man, that wall been there since we was babies, man.
I know my boy Johnny Jones, right?
Yes, sir.
He got a
That's
brick,
that's
and
my guy.
he got a brick, and he at the wall. He like, man, I got my brick, and y'all inspired me, man. Y'all don't even know, man. And I said, you know what? I ain't going back to Chicago and leave my brick. So I took my brick with me, man.
Oh my
I
God.
got mine with me. I said, no, man, you ain't finna go up top, man. You gonna stay right here with me, man. You feel
Wow.
me? Yeah, man. So, yeah, man. So I know you old school with it. Let me see. Hey, what was your mind at around this time? What matter of fact, tell me something around this time.
So that's crazy, man. You didn't put
Oh, let's go.
so that's the time where my grandmother was living on 90th and Aberdeen, and we was living in Longgill Gardens.
Hmm.
And we went there for Easter. And that's what I had on for Easter.
Mm.
You know, hey man, hey man, they
Hey, you was clean. You was
clean,
super clean. You was super
clean.
clean. Yeah, man.
Yes.
Hey, so who do you want to see on the future Fan Mission podcast?
Oh my God, man. I'm so definitely you should have Noonie Ward
Oh,
because Noonie, I mean, he's the gardens.
that's
You
right.
know, he you know, if you was GD, you knew what time it was.
Yeah.
And he definitely I would love to see there. I would also like to see because Black Knight is still here.
Mm,
And Black Knight Bobo, you can look him up. He would love to come on that show. Mooney is still here. You know, these are people that really can tell you, even Fluky. If you could
mm.
get
Oh,
Marlon
Smokey.
on this show,
Oh, wait.
whoo, you need get Big Walt on the show. You got to get the people that was trying to make it better for us to live.
Mm,
You got to get, we call them the street legends.
that's right.
Shorty B. You got to
Hey,
get Mr. Freddie.
come on, man.
You got to get all these people that was trying to make it right for us. You got look, you got it. Look, come on, man. You got to go deep and dig.
Mm,
You got to dig. You know, you
man.
have to go so far in there. You know, I remember when we all had these clubs, man. I was a Chi-Town player.
I already know.
And we all had shirts made out of Roseland. And the fly girls, the pimp boys, you know, get Nordy on here. Nordy gonna tell you, like, man, because that's where we came from. These are people who had big changes in the city, in the gardens, that really knew what it was,
Mm,
what we went through to get to this point, you know, who made Run. You know, these are people that can tell you more. You know, these are people that experienced and made life what it is, man. You know, I
man.
mean, who gave us opportunity. You know, but the biggest one, boy, Marlon on here,
Mm.
man, we gonna all be watching that show.
I know, man.
Because
We go, hey, they gonna tune in like y'all tuning
man,
in on Power and
he brought in
BF. He definitely gonna.
New Jack 7.
Mm,
That's what it was.
That's what it was.
Come on, man. I mean, and then we got a lot of old school people that's still alive right now that can really, really tell you what it is. You know, not just for the gardens, but for the city of Chicago. You know, I remember when Mayor Jane Burns slept in all Gill Gardens, man,
Mm.
trying to prove herself like she ain't scared. You know, I mean, people don't even remember when Barack Obama came to the gardens before he even became who he was.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
we
We
had
it.
government Christmas trees. That tree was like 3 feet tall, 2 feet tall. That's all they can give us. We was living like good times, man, in the garden.
Mm-hmm.
Tree wasn't bigger than the man. Come on. Had a black and white TV with an antenna with a coat hanger with aluminum foil on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Super donuts came from the gardens, man.
Mm.
Come on, man. Butter cookies came from the gardens.
Mm.
I went to school every day for that super donut for breakfast.
Mm. Hey man. Speaking of school, man, who was your favorite teacher?
I remember, man. Her name was Miss Oliver.
Miss Oliver.
She was fine, and she had a doggone. It was a Camaro. It was a coldest Camaro I ever seen. And I'm talking about she kept herself, man. She came off the soap, One Life to Live, man.
Mm.
Yep. And I had an art teacher that was Miss Freesia. Then we had Mr. Pate for band. Mr.
Yeah.
Walters was our gym teacher. Mr. Walters used to beat us with the ruler, man. With the paddle, man. That's how we used to get beat back in the days.
Yeah. You can't
That
do that
paddle.
now.
Oh yeah. I ain't gonna I went to all the schools from kindergarten, from the Mobiles to kindergartens. I went to all of the schools. Every one of
Mm.
the schools.
That's
You
what's
know,
up.
so everyone.
Hey,
Caught rabbits too.
here he
Rabbit.
is.
Come on,
Here he
Stanley.
is.
Come on, man. Stanley, man. Stanley
Man.
taught us how to catch some rabbits, man.
Man.
Come on.
Come on now. Man. Hey, I know you be out there feeding the less fortunate, but if you can have dinner with one person, who would that be?
So who do you mean, like family or
No, I mean you can have dinner with your family, man. You feed everybody family, but like you like you know what? Or who, if you can chef for them, you like man. If I can cook for these people, man, I cook for them. Or if I want to relax and just have a nice dinner with a special, not a like no, I know you married, but like just a couple, like no, just a you can
I
say the
would
Barack Obamas, you can say
well,
whoever.
I'm not too much starstruck on nobody.
Hmm.
There's not no I don't get Google eyes on different people. I
Hmm.
think more of me, how can I say it? Uh I would probably want to sit down, uh, somebody that would really touch my heart. Um, it's crazy because I won like so Obama when he first took office, and I don't know if you knew this. I was picked up by Obama and the Obama Foundation,
Whoa now.
and when he took office, I got the award through Obama Foundation. They literally Obama and them came to they sent his people to film me at the house. And you can literally go to Obama Foundation right now and pull up Michael Earhart, and you'll see the whole documentary.
Man.
Didn't get a chance to really meet them.
Hmm.
Um, and it's so many, but I will really probably want to sit down with them and just tell them my story.
That's what's
They
up.
they they got the story through the documentary, but to look them literally in the face, I would sit down and let's talk. Let's really discuss, you know, the life of what it is to be, and what it really feel like to serve God.
Mm,
You know, I wouldn't mind I wouldn't mind really sitting down with them. Like I seen them through Zoom or something, but no, to high five them or something. Um, I still ain't met Reverend Jesse Jackson
mm,
face to face yet.
mm,
Maybe through a Zoom or something, but face to face. Because I love to
mm,
talk about history and ask some questions about Martin Luther King.
mm,
Have dinner, sit down, and just talk the whole day. I would love to do that. I would love to talk to the cast that's still alive of Good Times.
mm.
I would like to, like JJ. Let me ask you some questions, man. They filmed that was, I think, Capri Greens, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I would like to sit down and just talk about it. You
yeah.
know, somebody that showed us how to get through life by experiencing what they went through. I want that person.
Mm,
I want somebody that paved the way for us. Even through Good Times or through movie, it was our life.
mm.
They wrote that perfect.
That's
You
right.
know, I just thank God that He's opening up these doors and that He touched your heart to bring me on the show. Um, He has been. If you see where I came from and where I'm at today, that's only God can do that.
That's right.
I went through a mental struggle for years, going through working for God. God won't put you through nothing that you can't handle.
That's right.
But to go through it, because I went through the storm to get to where I'm at today, and
Mm,
and it was not easy. Feeding people, I didn't have no vans. I didn't have nothing. I'm
yeah.
cooking it in the house in a small kitchen, tons of food all day, dropping juice. Wait, had to get the juice, carrying this, doing this, and I was by myself at first,
Mm-hmm.
and it was rough. It was rough, and I don't wish it on nobody, because if you ain't ready to serve God, then, and you ain't ready to put in that work, I've asked you, don't even try it.
That's right. And I wanted to ask you this, man. I had a couple more questions, man. I hope you got enough time because I know you're busy, right? Check it out. I remember when you first got the flat top. Tell me the story about that right there.
So a lot of people asking me about that flat top, and it's rare for people to even get, because it costs, that thing costs about $6,000.
I
I had
know.
it when it first came out, so it was like 8,000. And if I'm gonna buy an $8,000 grill, I'm not going outside to cook on it for free.
Hey, hold up. And look, I was just telling my wife, I'm like, yeah, he be feeding the homeless and he be helping. She like, whoa, that's a nice grill. I say, I know.
But
Carry on. Go ahead.
but
Go ahead.
but the thing is, would you buy it and go feed the homeless on it? Because,
Man, and that's what I had to do.
well, my thing is this: $8,000. You're gonna take care of that like it's a new car.
That's right. Well, I'm gonna take that back. If it was a gift to me,
Yes.
I ain't got no choice but to be a gift to someone else.
But if it's not, trust
If it's
me,
not, it's gonna be chained up in my backyard. I'm
it
sorry.
ain't gonna even
I'm
be
sorry.
chained up. It's in my house.
Man, it's in the house.
I'm
Yeah,
guarding it with my life.
that's right. That's
So the
right.
way I end up getting that grill was, so with Chance the Rapper and Social Works, um, celebrity chef Jamie, who cooked for Oprah Winfrey, Madonna, a lot of stars. He was a personal chef. He wanted to cook with me, and they brought me down to the merchandise mart, and they have a showroom down there. for where the Viking stoves and refrigerators is a marketing place. But they also had the kitchen where celebrity chef Jamie would do his shows. So the docs started to connect where they got me down there, and I filmed the live show with him. And we cooking, and he teaching me all these different ways to make meatloaf and all these different things. And when I got there, I seen this man Back to the Future grill like sitting in the corner, and it just had came out. Nobody knows about it, no nothing. I looked at it and I made a comment. I said, man, if I got me one of those grills, I can go from 500 people a day to thousands a day and fast. He overheard me. My birthday came up. They brought me back to the show to cook live. And then all of a sudden they singing happy birthday to me. And me and the wife, you know, I'm crying again. I turn around, I'm standing there because they kept me face one way. So we cooking, and then they said, turn around, Mike. They rolled the grill up with a bow on it and said, happy birthday. I passed out. I still got the picture, the first photo. I passed out. Then, a couple months, 6, 7 months pop past, they see me snapping on there. I'm cooking everything free, best food. Then they said, now I made another comment. They brought me back down there. I'm cooking now. We done made this show blow up. Even though we already a celebrity, show blew up because I'm acting crazy on the show. I'm laughing, cracking jokes. I made a comment again. If I can get another one of those, not only am I in the thousands, but we going up to the millions. Ooh. And he heard me again. And he reached out to the company, literally behind the back. He got me down there again. And as I walked and turned the corner to come in the store, it's sitting right there with a bow in. Here go your second grill.
Did you pass out again?
What? What?
Oh,
I've been cooking on them grills back to back every day. I know I'm over a couple million in feeding people. I got to be in the Guinness Book of World Records. Like, man. I got every picture from day one, from years ago, of all the food I've been cooking. So I know I'm in there. I know I'm in there. Because the thing what made it convert over is I used to just cook food on there, but now I cook made to order. So now you can walk up, man, Chef Michael. Man, can I get a grilled cheese sandwich? Man, can I get salmon? Can I get ribs? Man, I can cook ribs on there like I got like a barbecue grill. Whatever your heart desire, I'm gonna make it.
Man, that's what's up.
Yes.
That's what's up, man. When I come back home and visit, man, I'm coming to stop at you, man.
Man, look, come and get it. Come and get it.
Yeah, because you be doing your thing, man. So yeah, we've been on here for a little bit over an hour, man. So I appreciate you coming on, man. It was a pleasure, man. I love having you. I can talk to you all day about it, you know. But I know you're busy.
Yes, sir.
I know you're busy, and I sure appreciate you.
Yes, sir, man. I appreciate you for having me. Definitely appreciate it.
One more question. What's your favorite thing to cook?
My favorite thing that I had created was the honey mustard salmon.
Honey
when
mustard.
When you come to town,
I love salmon.
Let me give you one of my honey mustard salmon tacos.
Oh, I like tacos.
Just trust me on this. Trust me on this.
I ain't gonna let you forget it. I'm gonna show up wearing salmon.
No, trust me. I
ahead.
promise you. I guarantee you. When you taste this, you're gonna pass out.
Salmon mustard tacos.
Honey
That's everything mustard. I like. I like mustard.
Honey mustard, not regular mustard. Honey mustard.
I know. Honey mustard. But I like honey.
But it's a certain honey mustard out here I I like to experiment.
You're right.
And when you
Um,
taste this, oh my goodness.
yeah, some honey mustard though, it smell like paint to me. So
No, no, not no. I know that can too. No, I
yeah,
know
yeah,
no
not
no
that. And
touch.
then they got the good kind.
Yeah, that's the kind they don't want us to have
I know.
because they think
That's the
they think we can't afford it.
right. They give us
That's why I
the
give you the
that's that.
best. That's
Yeah,
why I give you the best.
yeah.
Things that they think we shouldn't have, I want that. If you're gonna invest in me, give me what that Australian steak that you be
Mm,
hiding in the back. I want that. I
mm,
want that. I want that $150 steak that you got.
mm.
That grill you show with all that steak on it. That's one of those. Is $150.
Hey man, you ever cooked the tomahawk on the thing?
What? I thought you was gonna pull it up.
Oh, you did?
I call it Tomahawk Day. Go in my pictures. You gonna see me holding the big gigantic tomahawks. Man, I got them lined out on there.
Man, we're gonna have to look that up, man. I know
I
I
gave
gotta I got
I gave every one of the less fortunate a tomahawk.
man, that's what's up. And he go that bus you was talking about. We're gonna look up that picture.
Yes, sir. That's the bus. But look for that
Man,
picture in the inside. You gonna pass out.
man, man. I'm talking about if y'all don't know what this man do, y'all might see him with the turntables in the front and cooking in the back.
Hey, I'm thinking about that.
Hey man, I'm trying to tell you, Michael, man, you is a blessing, bro. You is a blessing from heaven, man.
Appreciate it, man.
Man, I appreciate you because if it wasn't for you, it wouldn't be no us, man. It wouldn't be this right here. Wouldn't be the Fan Mission Podcast, man. I reach out for people like y'all, man. And I've been waiting for a long time for you to come on here. But you know what? I appreciate it because I done got to a new studio and I got everything set up. And I was like, you know what? And then you came through like, I would love to be on the show. And I was like, let's go.
Yes, sir. Just to let people know, I got a new everything coming out. I have my own seasoning now that's coming out. I also have new cups coming out. And also I have new shirts coming out because if you watch the Jennifer Hudson show, her son. Oh, let me get you back to that part. So on 14th of Canal Street, right?
Mm-hmm.
These kids came out of nowhere. They asked me, can they volunteer?
Mm-hmm.
Not knowing who these kids was. So months had passed. I got them all every weekend. They coming and helping me serve, right?
Mm-hmm.
One kid had a mohawk on his head and was a blessing. Well mannered, everything. I got him working with me. All these months passed. Somebody touched my shoulder and said, Mike, you know them boys that was with you, right? I said, yeah. They said, you know the one with the mohawk? I said, no.
Mm-hmm.
They said, well, the one with the mohawk is Jennifer Hudson's son. I
Shut the
told them,
front door.
I said, yeah, right. So I goes and I Google, and lo and behold, I had Jennifer Hudson's son working with me all that time. So when on the show, when I went on, when she flew me to LA, I'm on the show, and she said, my son called you Flavorish. And Flavorish is that seasoning that I put on that food. That's
Mm.
why he called me flavor, because I let him taste that flavor.
Mm.
So I got a new brand coming out with shirts called Flavorish. And it's the shirt is raw. I designed everything myself.
Mm.
Um and I got new shirts coming out. So I pick all that up. It's getting shipped to me probably by next week. And if you know me and I'm cooking, what do I always scream out my mouth when I'm cooking? And it's up to par. And
Oh snap! Oh yeah. Oh
you got it?
yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. I thought I lost you, man.
No, no, no. Somebody tried to call in.
Oh, okay. You
And so
good?
what is it that what is it that I do when I'm cooking the good food on the I had to make sure these people they keep calling.
Oh man, so I know it, man. You trolling.
What do
You'll
I
be.
say out my mouth?
Uh,
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, you say that. Oh my God. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I got shirts coming out. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Hey, that's
And
crazy.
yes, sir. Oh my God is like when you get something so good, so tasting good, or that new car, or that new bike. Oh my God.
Mm,
So I got that coming out. And
mm.
I'm gonna be on the show when I got the cups coming out because Jennifer Hudson love cups. So I'm gonna bring that cup out so you can be able to have them cups with you.
Man, that's what's up, man. Man, you found that picture yet? No good? Dang. Yeah, man. So we searching for that picture, man.
Oh yeah, it's in there. I got a live video to me with me walking on the bus,
Mm,
showing you that video of that walk on that bus when we tore the floor out.
mm.
Took the whole little small. We took the seats. It wasn't many in there because they had used it for something else. But now to convert it, woo, woo.
So what do you have planned for the future?
I got a lot. I like to I always like to go into my sessions with God and ask Him to continue to keep my mind on Him and what He wants me to do better and more for His people and what's next. So I got a lot of stuff coming up. Of course, the Hotel on Wheels came from God. You know, the Mother Pearl,
Mm-hmm.
and you know that 100% comes from God. Everything came the food truck, the shower bus. So that's the next project is that the hotel, and then I got another one coming up that's gonna blow you completely out the wall.
Mm,
So everything that I do, if it ain't came from God, I really don't want it because I want mine to come from Him because I know it's gonna mean it's gonna work.
mm.
It's gonna
That-
work,
That's
and
right.
that's where I'm at.
That's
Yeah.
where you at with it. Hey, do you have any advice for the youth?
You know, school wasn't for me. I ain't like school, but you still got to get that education. Do your best in school and follow your dreams, and try to keep God involved, so you'll know exactly what your purpose is because time is not is valuable, and you don't want to waste your time trying to figure out what you want to do. 10, 15 years in past, and you could have been doing what God wanted you to do all along. And so keep God first. Um, it's hard to stay away from the drug people, and it's hard to stay away from the gangs, but you can do it if you keep yourself busy doing God's purpose and His will. He's gonna make a way for you to step back away from all that. And back then, I didn't know that. It took me some years to know that, to understand. I didn't have to accept a lot of stuff. And once you figure that out, once you figure out your purpose and what you're supposed to be doing on this earth, the rest is history.
That's what's up.
The rest is history.
Man, I know you very spiritual, man. I know, how you get like that. Or matter of fact, here one another one. What is something you had to unlearn on your
But
journey?
I had to unlearn a lot of stuff because a lot of stuff I thought that I learned was the Bible. I thought me being in the game, learning my literature and all that was the Bible. I thought a lot of stuff was the Bible. I thought that because I didn't know no better. Wasn't a father figure in my life, So I had to become a man at 8 years old,
Mm,
and it taught me to be the best at what I do, and I'm good at what I do. I don't believe in competition. When it said, "Give us this day our daily bread," I believe I was one of them people, disciples at that table.
mm,
And when He said, when I tell a story like I tell it when I was on Jennifer Hudson, when the Lord shared that bread, He didn't say that was just Monty's bread. That loaf of bread wasn't just Monty's loaf.
mm-hmm,
That loaf has 12 slices.
mm.
Can I have a slice, sir? can I have a slice of that loaf of bread?
Mm,
If you feel like that whole loaf of bread is yours, God bless you.
mm,
You know it's
That's what's
God.
up.
So remember, God will give you that loaf. You just want to see what you're gonna do with it.
That's right.
Now, if you want to take the whole loaf and keep it to yourself, God bless you.
That's ooh.
But prepare yourself for what's to come.
I'm gonna tell you what ain't gonna come. Another loaf.
and
Hello.
now,
Hello.
and now, you ain't getting another loaf because
That's
you just
right.
screwed up the whole loaf.
Man,
You took it and kept it to yourself.
yeah, you kept it to yourself.
You ain't getting two loaves.
That's what's up. Hey, yeah, why are you so spiritual? Like who introduced you to
So,
God?
so I walked into church when I was a kid in the gardens, about 19 years old. I walked into the Catholic. They had the doors open. I'll never forget. They was
Mm,
having a funeral, and
mm,
I'm thinking I'm hearing all this church music. So I like the old Hawkins singers and all this stuff. So I'm hearing all this good church music. I walked in the door. That's the day I felt the Lord all over me as a
mm.
kid when I walked in that church. Then you know when they stand up and say, "If no one in here knows Christ, you know, come on up." Man, I didn't probably got baptized 30 times, man.
Man, me too.
I didn't gave myself to Christ, and you can do that. It don't have to be one time.
I know.
You can get back. You can go under that water 30 times. Man, I didn't probably join church in a million times. Do anybody in here
Mm,
know Christ? I know Christ, but I'm going back again.
mm,
And I did that when I was a kid. That's why I think God saved me.
mm.
Because at an early age, I wanted to know who He was.
That's what's up. That's
Look at
what's
me.
up.
Look at
Look
me.
at you. Look at you now.
Yes,
Let me
sir.
see. I got something else to look at. Let me see. What's this?
Come on, man. I
Whoa!
told you. That's called a tomahawk. That's called
Whoa!
a tomahawk. I
Boy,
had 250 tomahawks.
dang.
Come on, man. You see it?
Dang.
Come on, man.
Hey, man, what is your secret, man? Because I just upload a couple of pictures, man, and you didn't lost weight and you grew your hair back, man.
I
It's
never
like you
had
getting, it's
I
like
never
you getting younger.
I never had hair. Never. I never kept hair. I couldn't stand hair on my head. But I wanted to give my wife a new me. So she thought I couldn't grow no hair. I said, babe, I can grow a whole lot of hair. I just can't stand it. So I told her, I'm gonna put a cap on my head. I'm not gonna let you see nothing until I finish. Boy, when I walked in that door, that was the best loving it. That was the best loving in the world.
Hey, I remember and you had your head on, and then you was
I
like,
was
it's
wearing
it's
all the
growing.
I was wearing all the Chance the Rapper hats. I
Yep,
got them in all colors.
yep,
That was the era I was hiding all my head so you wouldn't see what I was growing.
yep.
And I think the young is God is reversing my older into younger because I look younger.
You do?
And I remember Squirt ran into Walmart. That man hugged me and he said, "Dang, Mike, how do you keep yourself young?" I said, "It's God. I ain't did nothing, man. I ain't, it's God." He said, "Man, oh, I hope God." I said, "All you gotta do is ask.
Mm,
Ain't no workouts, none of that. It's me going out here humping. I work for God. I work a clock. I punch in at 5 in the morning. Sometimes I don't get off. It may not be 1, 2 in the morning. I just got the loving wife that supports me and understand. See, you gotta have a wife that knows God.
mm-hmm,
You gotta have a wife that knows God. Because somewhere down the line, by her not knowing God, something gonna go wrong.
mm,
But if she understands God, then she'll know her role. And her role is to make sure she take care of you.
mm.
and it's vice versa.
That's right.
And my wife knows me. I know her. She know how to take care of me, and I know we don't even have to play guess games of what I like or what she like. We know everything about us. We know what makes us happy. My sex life is like I met her in the gardens. Like my sex life is the best in the world.
In the world, Craig.
What?
Man, that's what's up.
Come on, man. You got that one that you have the God sent person. There's nothing in the world you won't do for that person.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. That's it.
Man,
That's it.
that's what's up, man. Hey, man, like
The
I
best is
man,
yet to come, man. This ain't even to you. This is amazing, right? This all amazing to you. That ain't nothing. It just started.
man.
It just started.
So to the listeners out there and the watchers, again, we got your social media at the bottom of the screen. Everything correctly?
Yeah, like the website is www.tasteforthehomeless.org. You can the at Michael Earhart Experience. You can go to TikTok, Chef Michael. TikTok is Chef Michael Earhart. YouTube, you can go to Taste for the Homeless. TikTok, Michael Earhart #1, and it pops right up.
Okay.
Or if you get lost, just Google me. Google
Cool.
Taste for the Homeless. Google Michael Earhart. Everything is popping up. Everything I did in life is there. I don't got no history other than what I did when I was growing up. I ain't got no history. I ain't killed nobody. I ain't did nothing. You can't come to me and say everything I did was in the 30, 40 years ago.
That's right.
But you can't pull up nothing now and say Michael was what? No, sir.
That's right.
No, sir.
All you can say is Michael make people happy and full.
That's it. Michael serving God.
That's right. Serving God. Hey, sum it up. Michael out here serving God, man.
That's it. When you see somebody say, man, how Michael doing? He's serving God.
That's right. That's
That's
right,
another.
man.
That's another shirt. Serving God.
Serving God.
Man, what he doing? What he and she doing? Serving God.
Mm.
I know it. I know it. I know it.
Hey, okay, man. I got one more question, man. I know I keep rolling on, man. I told you I can talk to you all day. One more question.
Yes, sir.
If somebody have a dream and they want to do something, what you doing, the same thing you doing, something like that, want to help out the community, wherever they at, what would be the advice for them? What
Well,
would you tell them?
one thing they can do is I talk to everybody. They want to reach out. They reach one of the platforms or reach out by email, Taste for the Homeless at yahoo.com by email. And I'll call you. I'm human. I'm not. People say, Mike, you don't know your worth, man. You big. I don't see it. I don't want to see it. I'm the same human. I will call you. I will talk to you. And I'm going to explain just like I'm explaining on here now. And if you're willing to go through that, then we're going to get you going. It's
right.
easy. Ain't nothing. You don't need no instructions to serve God's people. You don't need no instructions to feed a person on the street. You don't need no instructions when you see a person asking for $1. You give it to him because it don't matter what he do with it. If the Lord literally told you, give him that $1, you might be missing your blessing because you're not catching what he's trying to do for you. He want to test you. He want to see where you're going to go. He want to see what you're going to do. If you don't want to get that $1 to him, you just miss $1 million blessing. You don't know what God got for you. So give when you least expect it and watch the outcome later. You'll go back and say, I remember when Mike said, yes, sir. Yes, sir. It don't matter what they do with it. It ain't my business. God told me to give it to them.
That's my business. Man, Mike, man, I appreciate you coming on, man. I know I kept you here for a little bit over an hour, man, but
Yes,
it was
sir.
worth it, man. So
Yes, sir.
go ahead, man. Enjoy the rest of your night, man.
Man, I'm not even enjoying. I'm finna get ready to go do my thing. It's night
Already.
shift time. It's night shift.
Man,
Yes, sir.
You stay safe out there and you stay blessed, man. I
Yes, sir.
appreciate you coming on, bro.
Man, I
And
appreciate you.
I had to give you your flowers, man. I
Appreciate it.
appreciate you, bro. And I
Yes,
love
sir.
you, man.
Love you
And
too, man.
salute.
Can't wait to see you soon, man.
Man, you will.
Yes, sir.
And I want my salmon tacos.
I got you, man.
Stop playing.
Hey, yes, sir.
Yes, indeed. All right, man. I love you.
Yes, sir.
Salute.
God
All
bless you, man.
All right, man. You stay safe.
All right.
Yep. Hey, man, that was my boy Michael Earhart. I meant to ask him, tell him about the Air Jordan poster he posted. But man, show him some love, man. Go check out his page. It's dropped there right there on the screen. And man, if y'all forgot to watch the video, please go back and watch the video. I know it's a little bit long, but it's worth it. He was dropping jewels, and I appreciate y'all, man. Please like, share, subscribe, and I'll see y'all next week. And anybody that want to get on here, send me an email at mrjackson@gmail.com or hit me up on Facebook. What's that? Fan Mission Podcast. I'm so sorry. You can hit me up on the Fan Mission Podcast. Catch me on the Fan Mission Podcast on Facebook. I'm going to give y'all my personal stuff. Don't blow me up. And I'll see y'all next Friday. Much love.
We on the mission. Family on the mission. We on the mission. Family on the mission. We on the mission. Family on the mission. We on the mission. Family on the mission.